Welcome to my apartment in Playa del Carmen. I've been staying here for just over a month now, so I want to show you around. As shown in the title, this place cost $1,500. I'll speak a bit more about the value of that towards the end of this video, but first let me show you around the place. So starting off, we've got the front door here. It's got a electronic Yale lock with like a key code on it, which is pretty nice. Then immediately here we've got the bathroom, so that's like the first thing when you enter the apartment. It's a pretty nice bathroom, wooden shower here, and it's like a kind of rainfall shower, so yeah, interesting shelving thing here. The owner of the Airbnb has put in like a lot of effort into making this place kind of a bit different. You'll see that with like some of the decorations around the rest of the flat. But yeah, nice kind of round sink here, all my rubbish around it and more stuff underneath. Super exciting. Then we enter the kind of main area in the apartment. So it is a studio apartment, so like the bed is right in the middle. We've got like a table here and then the kitchen area here, but I'll show you everything in more detail now. Starting with the kitchen, it's got quite a lot of storage, so these are all cupboards and drawers, and then we've got quite a nice big fridge, plenty big enough for just myself here. I'm actually not sure what this is. I don't know whether it's like an ice machine or a bread maker or what it is, so if anyone can tell me what they think that is, then please do. Coffee machine, which is really cool to get in like an Airbnb, microwave, and then lots more cupboards around there. The stove, which is like two electronic stoves there. Pretty random like decorations, so there's like this helmet here, this like face mask here, air conditioning, which is great in the hot weather in Playa del Carmen. Then it's got this like weird crocodile thing here, which I've just put like my Protein World powder in between there. There's a bin and a kind of water, what do you call these? Water coolers? I think water coolers is what you call it, but it actually has hot and cold water. So tap water in Mexico isn't really drinkable, it will make you ill. So every kind of couple of weeks I go and get two of these big water containers from a local corner shop, and they just go right on top of that, and that is drinking water, so it comes out either really cold or boiling for like tea and stuff, so that's pretty nice. We've got two more of the kind of similar shelves to what we saw in the bathroom. Yellow suitcase down here behind what is kind of like a sofa slash lounger slash what I think probably turns into a second bed, but I haven't actually tried to do that. And then next to that we have the bed, and it is a massive bed. I think it's actually wider than me. I mean, I'm not very tall, but I do think it's actually wider than me. Got bedside tables, nice hanging lights, and more interesting decorations. It does actually have this kind of like brick wall effect, which is pretty nice. Well, it feels like real brick. But I don't think this like whole building is made out of brick, so I think it's literally just been added for the effect. I will show you what those lights behind me look like when they're turned on. So you can see it's quite bright in here right now, so it doesn't really give kind of the best effect. It's kind of some nice, more like evening chilled lighting. More interesting decorations here. There's a I Heart Mexico Chihuahua with some sunglasses on. Big windows, which this flat is on the first floor, so I'm just above kind of the road here. It can get a little noisy sometimes, especially if I have these doors open. Also, I'm not sure how bright it seems on camera, but these windows do have like a dark film over them, so if I just open this up, you'll see just how much brighter it is outside. The camera kind of struggles to adjust to the bright lights out here without kind of the filter. You can see just how dark the apartment is compared to outside. Having these filters on the window, yeah, you can really see it when there's like two of them lined up. but just like the difference in light, I think it helps keep the apartment a lot cooler. Also, I guess, you know, stops it being so bright, so you don't need to have the blinds down during the day, which is nice. In terms of like what's on the actual balcony, there's these 2 chairs here. There's a little table. Sometimes I sit out there doing some work on my laptop or having a coffee. Then behind me now, which is kind of facing the bed, is like a large flat screen TV. It's then got drawers underneath and a wardrobe next to it. You can see just to the right of that, we've actually got a continuation of the interesting decorations, and that is an entire world map. Pretty cool map. Quite appropriate for the fact that I am doing quite a lot of traveling right now, so, you know, I can use the map to plot out my next steps, I guess. And then this is the dining table, which I have used for eating, but most of the time I use it for work. Because I am paying for this place, most of the time I do work from home instead of working from a cafe. So yeah, here I'm currently watching Belgium versus Canada on my iPad, and then I've got my laptop, just finished my day of work, and then we've done pretty much a 360 tour, but there's a mirror here. So the next bit of the apartment, which I think is probably a bit more interesting, is the rooftop. So if you're not familiar with Playa del Carmen, there's definitely like a big rooftop culture within this like small city. Pretty much every hotel and apartment block has some form of like nice rooftop with like a pool and seating areas. So let me head up there now and I can show you what that's like. So coming out onto the rooftop, as you can see, it is pretty nice. So I'm going to show you around up here as well. So starting from kind of where we just first entered from this doorway where I got a lift up to, there is this like bar area here, and I'm pretty sure, not sure where it is, but apparently there is like a barbecue here as well. And then here in like the main area here, we've got 3 lounges over there, table and chairs. And then coming around here, this is actually where the barbecue is. I think you do have to like pay extra to actually use it. I guess that's just for like cleaning purposes, but that is there. And then also a sink right next to it. Then we've got toilets up here, which is nice, so you don't have to head back down. Oh, it's getting bright. So you don't have to head back down to your apartment. My God, it is bright out here. Yeah, so that is nice, so you don't have to head back down to your flat or your apartment to use the toilet. And then in this section that I've just walked to over here is kind of like a gym exercise kind of area. There's no like free weights or anything, but there is lots of other equipment to do like pull-ups and kind of calisthenic things. There's also like a kick bag, punch bag kind of thing, which is pretty weighty. If that swings back, that's going to knock me over. So yeah, it's like an interesting area. Kind of to the side of that, there's lots of like seating area, so benches, plants, goes all the way along here. And then if I walk back around towards the bar and head up these steps, then in this area here is where the pool starts. As I mentioned, definitely a big culture in Playa del Carmen of having like a pool on top of your apartment, or kind of staying at a hotel that has a rooftop pool. So it's nice to have one here. It is very bright out today, so the camera is struggling to show that. But yeah, we've got a nice pool. Also more like plants along here. A very random John Lennon kind of mural here. And then also like sunbeds actually in the water. So this is yeah, that's water. And you can actually see over on like other people's roofs, there is like pools pretty much dotted like everywhere around here. So you kind of get like a vibe for what I'm talking about there. And then just next to me there is like an outdoor shower. So you can shower before swimming to keep the pool nice and clean. It is super hot out today though, so I'm going to head back into the apartment and finish off this video. So back downstairs from the roof, you've seen pretty much everything that this apartment has at this point, so I just want to wrap up this video by kind of explaining why I got this specific apartment. So as mentioned, this place does cost $1,500 a month. I'm staying here kind of about 5 weeks, so I did spend a bit more than that for my time here. The main reason I chose this place was because for what it has, it was actually one of the best priced places on Airbnb. Also in terms of location, it's about 10-minute walk from both the beach and also 5th Avenue, which if you don't know Playa del Carmen, 5th Avenue is like the main strip of the city. So if you are living very close to that, it can be quite busy and noisy. So as I'm working while I'm here, I wanted to be a bit further away from that, but still close enough to the beach and that strip for when I want to go there. Additionally, prices are going up very quickly in this city, mainly because we're coming into peak season, which lasts, I think, from November until maybe like March time. So basically people trying to get away from the Northern Hemisphere for the winter, kind of like I am doing as well. From speaking to other travelers and locals here, generally people are finding it quite hard to find places right now, and prices are going up very quickly. But also from walking around, I can see a lot of new apartment blocks are being built, so I'm not sure how that's going to affect pricing in this area over the kind of mid to long term. But yeah, this is probably the nicest place I've stayed so far on my trip, and if you'd like to see me do dedicated videos on the places I stay going forward, then please do let me know in the comments. Feel free to ask any questions as well about this apartment or about Playa del Carmen. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to see more from me, follow me on social media at jackjenkinsyt, and I'll see you in the next one.